Set in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains and just minutes from Bend, Oregon, SunRiver Resort is the premier Oregon destination for adventure-filled vacations. With 300 days of sunshine every single year, enthusiasts flock to SunRiver Resort for endless recreational fun. You'll never run out of things to do with our 4 championship golf courses, a world-class spa, skiing at nearby Mount Bachelor, horseback riding, paddleboarding, canoeing, whitewater rafting, 40 miles of bike trails. And that, my friends, is just the beginning. What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to SunRiver Resort. Team Driven is on location this week. We're up in Oregon. This is going to be a fantastic episode. We're glad you guys are with us. And before we get going here, we need to get the lay of the land. We need to check out SunRiver and everything it has to offer. So we came up with the idea of bike riding. Well, maybe we didn't come up with it. They recommended it. But hey, we're going to do it. We're going to check it out. We're going to see all the cool lands, set up what kind of shots we want for the week. We're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So here we go.
Wow, beautiful SunRiver Resort, got Mount Bachelor in the background. Brittany took us out here, got us some bikes from Bike Barn. We're on the path to 40 miles and I needed a little break. And turns out we're only about a half a mile into it though. So might not see all 40 miles, but that's what we're shooting for.
So tell me, would you like that? Alcohol and fuel, kamikaze fuel. Tell me, would you like that?
Me, Man Bear, Sasquatch, just got done riding some bikes. We're out here in God's country. The air is beautiful, the sky's beautiful. And I had to jump in this water right behind me. It was so refreshing. We're kind of winding down today and getting excited for a fun, packed day tomorrow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Driven Golf family, we're here at beautiful CrossWater Golf Club at SunRiver Resort in Oregon. And I gotta tell you, I'm so excited. We're on the 6th hole of CrossWater Golf Club. It's a 635-yard par 5. We got Mount Bachelor in the background, the Little Deschutes River running right through the golf course all over. This place is amazing, beautiful, and so fortunate to be here. So, what we're gonna be doing here on the 6th hole is 635-yard par 5. I'm gonna be talking about course management. We wanna get into it, we wanna really get after it, and we really wanna hit it like Man Bear and put one out there 400 yards. And on a 635-yard par 5, I want you to be thinking about hitting a nice solid tee shot, swinging within yourself, hitting a nice solid second shot, and getting into that scoring zone. Not all of us are gonna be able to reach this par 5 at 630 plus yards, myself included. So 2 quality shots, some good course management, and swinging within ourselves. Right here, I'm gonna favor the right center of the fairway a little bit. Good conservative target. I'm gonna commit to that spot and make a nice aggressive swing at that spot, but giving myself as much a margin for error as I possibly can and staying within myself. So as I'm behind the ball, I'm gonna be picking a nice, good target out there that I feel comfortable and confident in being able to put the ball out there. I'm gonna get a nice intermediate target right in front of the ball. Kind of go through my routine here. Set up that club face to the intermediate target. Set up, and just try and swing smooth. So a little bit farther right than I wanted, but I favored the fat side of the fairway, gave myself a little bit of room for air, and I can live with that. Now I'm in a position where I can go put that second shot into the scoring zone and see if I could take advantage of some good wedge play and just play within myself.
Got my shoes, got my wallet, got my jacket, got my keys. Now I'm sorry, but I really gotta leave.
Excuse me.
Okay, so fortunately, I swung well within myself. I hit my drive right around 300 yards. I picked a good conservative target and was able to avoid the Little Deschutes River favor the right side of the fairway. And now I'm faced with still around 300 yards into this par 5. We got native grasses on the right, which are kind of directly in line with the green. So if I were to go, you know, your typical laying up or going for it, to go in line with the hole would be a mistake here. So what I want everybody to do, and myself to be reminded, is if you're laying up, lay up. So with that, I'm gonna be aiming well left of what's in line with the green, and which is actually more towards the center of the fairway. But when you just look at this at first, you wanna go right at that green. My natural tendency, all of our natural tendencies, is to take a rip at the green. So I'm gonna aim well left. I got about 285 until the fairway runs out. So again, if we're laying up, lay up. I'm gonna take a club that's gonna go nowhere near that 280 range, so I'm not gonna risk running through the fairway on the layup to try and get one extra scoring club in. I'm gonna hit a club that's probably gonna max out at about 240 yards and make sure I'm laying up. So I pushed that one a little bit right, but I think because of my good conservative game plan and aiming far enough left, I got away with it. It looks like I'm still gonna be on the right side of the fairway. I'm gonna have a plenty good scoring opportunity, but I think that good game plan and really focusing on laying up allowed me to get away with that. Whereas if I was going directly at the green and I hit that shot, I might be in some native grasses, or even worse, the little Deschutes. This green is kind of a turtle's back a little bit, so you got to be pretty precise on your approach shot. And, you know, going back to playing within yourself, you know, although I do have a wedge and a scoring opportunity, I want to make sure I pick a good conservative target and make an aggressive swing to that. So with that being said, I'm going to try and leave this one a little right of the hole, leave myself an uphill look at birdie, and see if I can't convert it. So about 25 feet, rolled it about 2 feet by. I can manage those all day. Would have liked to birdie this hole, but I feel like I took most of the trouble out of play, gave myself a good birdie opportunity, and you know, I can live with that on most days. Always want to birdie the par 5s, but never want to lose any shots on them. So I hope that helped you guys. I know it helped me, and you know, we're all working on the same thing, so let's go.
So we just got done playing and I had an amazing time. This place is scenic, it's beautiful, there's so much going on. I was actually caught up so much in the moment that I didn't really get a chance to have a conversation with you, and I realized, you know, everyone at home probably wants to know who you are as well. Eminem, give us the background. Mark, who are you, man? What do you do here?
Well, thank you for asking, Charlie. I appreciate that. And I'm the head golf professional here at the CrossWater Club. I'm unique, or new to this area, I should say. I was born and raised in the state of Nebraska in a very small town. Kind of how I got into the golf world is my father was a high school teacher, and he mowed the fairways at a little 9-hole track near our home. And that's kind of how I learned to play golf. So going from that starting point to a facility such as this and being involved here, it's a huge honor, and that's afforded me to be at places such as this, and being involved and getting to spend my days here as the head golf professional.
So we have a lot of really cool opportunities to travel across the country, sometimes internationally, to play amazing golf courses, but what I've seen here is so many things that are so unique. I mean, I was kind of playing golf, but ultimately really distracted, probably my ADHD, with all the really cool stuff that was going on around me. Can you let the viewers know kind of more about what that looks like when they get to play at CrossWater? What are some amazing things they get to see?
Yeah, absolutely. Here at CrossWater, being in Central Oregon, we're in a really cool spot located within the Pacific Northwest. This golf course sits on 600 acres of meadowland with the Little Deschutes River running through the entire golf course. You'll have to cross over it, or it comes into play on about half of the holes out here. Not to mention the Cascade Mountain Range being in the backdrop of pretty much every hole. So taking the course conditions with our bent grass tee boxes, fairways, and greens, and our bluegrass rough, just like you said, sometimes you got to take a moment, look up, and realize the background of this phenomenal spot that we are in. You can't really find it in any other part of the country.
Okay, so there's two things that really stuck out to me. One, I saw a giant eagle nest. So I need to know, are there really eagles there, or did you guys make that? Is that a fake thing, or is that a real thing? And then number two, this course today absolutely killed me. Most courses kill me because I'm a handicapper, but this one particularly, 11, I saw a graveyard, and I'm wondering, is there a plot for me there? Is this where Hustle's gonna die? Is that where you guys are gonna send me? Let me know a little more about that.
Yeah, that second one's a common question that we get. That gravesite has been here for longer than any of us have been around. Those were essentially the original family who settled in this area of Central Oregon. So they had farmed this land for years and years and years, and then over time, it turned into what it is today. But that gravesite will be a relic here, and it will be here a lot longer than this golf course will be here. And then touching on the eagle's nest, we do have a pair of eagles that return to that nest year after year, and then we get to watch the progression of them hatching their children, and then they learn to leave the nest. So if you find yourself playing hole 13, it's very likely that you'll get to see some young bald eagles taking flight, bringing food back to the nest, and we luckily get to see them come back year after year.
So on behalf of Team Driven, thank you so much for such an amazing first half of our day. But it's still kind of loaded with a lot of things that we could do here at SunRiver. I mean, we're gonna try to ride a horse, maybe get Isaac on that thing. I don't know, I think you're gonna drag, we'll figure that part out. We have stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, just so many things that SunRiver provides us with the opportunity to do. But I'm just happy I got out here alive, and then we had a fun day with the golf. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. It's sincerely our pleasure to have you guys join us here at CrossWater and SunRiver Resort. And yeah, golf is a very small portion of what is available for us to do. So we're gonna go have ourselves a day getting on the water. We'll see Sasquatch get on the horse. I can't wait for that to go down. So a lot of things to do around here other than golf, but we got some of the fun part out of the way.
CrossWater Golf Club, what an amazing golf course. Thank you to Mark Meyer. Such a beautiful place. Course was in fantastic condition. We're going to check out some of the other amenities that SunRiver Resort has to offer. And we're going to head over to the Deschutes River and the marina and do some kayaking, paddle boarding, and just kind of check out the river and see what else SunRiver has to offer. Great time here at the marina, some kayaking on the beautiful Deschutes River. So much fun, so relaxing. Great way to end the day after golf, except the day's not over. We're going horseback riding, and I guess we'll give that a shot. Those poor horses. What do you think, Charlie?
I tried some handstands, headstands on the stand-up paddleboard. Didn't fare well. I ended up in the water, so it was a lot of fun. In the water on the golf course, in the water on the Deschutes. So now it's off to the horses.
So we got Hustle about to get on a horse. City boy, you know, I don't even know if he's ever even seen this kind of terrain out here. So he's got golf clothes on, some kind of training shoes. I don't even know what they are, but I mean, if they're ever talking about a fish out of water or a hustle out of the city, it's about to see it.
I am fairly high off the ground.
Beautiful SunRiver Resort, and we're here with Brownie, and we're here on the Deschutes River, and what a beautiful spot. And Brownie, what do you have to say about this? Well, that's it from here, Man Bear.
Hustler had ideas of his own. He said, I'm not listening to you, bro.
They definitely know who's on their backs, that's for sure.
So Man Bear and I aren't what you'd call horse people. You know, not a whole lot of experience riding horses, being around horses, so we kind of passed the baton to Hustle on that one, and he took over.
I'm on a horse, riding, a giant horse, the biggest horse that they have.
We got a drone. they're off on a trail a ways out. We don't want to go on a horse trail. A bear and a squatch on a horse trail just don't make any sense. So we figured we'd get some drone shots.
And we're hanging out, we're going through this nice little scenic area, and all of a sudden I hear, I was like, there's no way they have a drone in the air. There's no way they're doing this.
Man Bear has a pilot's license to fly this drone. We had a drone, and there was no signs that says no drones.
All of a sudden, the director we're with, the person that's helping us ride on these horses goes, oh, I don't think that's a drone. There's no way they would fly a drone because that definitely scares horses. This can cause a problem.
So why not see if we get some footage of the horses with the drone?
Next thing I know, I look up and there's the driven drone. I jump on my cell phone, try and tell these guys, dude, turn it off, shut it down. We need to get this thing going.
We went ahead and fired up that drone and got some footage of the horses.
Needless to say, we controlled the horses. Everything was fine. It was a little bit of a slap on the wrist for all of us. We didn't know that we could have caused a big issue. But at the end of the day, I always say, get the footage.
I've never been much of a fisherman. I mean, I used to do it, salmon fishing back in the Yuba back in the day, but I just never really had the patience for fishing. But to be honest with you, Hustle and I got the opportunity to come out here and do a little bit of fly fishing. Obviously, he did the fly fishing and I watched, but it was really nice. It was such a beautiful, serene place. It was so quiet. All you heard was the water and the birds. I mean, it was a really cool experience. And everything we did this whole week up at SunRiver, I'm going to be honest with you, the fishing might have been my favorite part. Obviously, I love golfing, I love working out, and I love eating, but the fishing was amazing. So I just want to say thank you guys again for setting this up for us last minute. Just the two of us got to go. The rest of the team had to stay home. But we had a blast. Our guide was amazing. Really fun time. And when you guys come up to SunRiver, you got to go fishing because I'm telling you what, man, it's worth every penny.
This is my move. You ready for my move? All right, so we're out here early morning. I got my waders on. I got my official hat, the Hook Fly Shop. The Hook Fly Shop has a lot of amazing hats. The one that they gifted me, I don't think is most appropriate for me to be wearing because it kind of makes my head look weird, but I'm gonna wear it. Thank you for the hat. We got Tommy out here today. We found out that we both have affinity for training just as much as me and Man Bear do. And today what we're doing is for fly fishing. So he said, all you guys up in NorCal, the bass fishers, apparently the way we rip up on them, we're gonna throw one of these fish onto the bank. So I'm learning this finesse technique and it kind of looks like this. Actually, it doesn't. It's a little more gentler than that, but hopefully catch some big fish today and have a bunch of fun out here in God's country, man. Yeah, so like when it's on there, it actually grip them or yeah.
All right, well, that's a wrap. Team Driven up here in SunRiver Resort. Obviously, you guys know here on Driven, we love to travel the world, getting to experience some of the most amazing places, and this one pretty much tops that list. Between myself, Sasquatch Hustle, we had such a good time. There's such a variety of things to do here, whether it's for little kids or older people like us. We had a great time. Great food, obviously some of the world's best golf courses, and so many fun things to do. So again, on behalf of Team Driven, I want to say thank you, SunRiver. We had a blast and can't wait to see you again.
I'm driven. I'm driven.